Do you have maybe the problem that you, for example, make some changes to your products or to the settings in your Shopware 6 store and nothing happens? This might be because of caching. And in this tutorial, I want to talk about caching and a little bit about indexing. Have fun! Hello, it's Alexander from Shop Studio here. And let's jump directly into my screen. We have sometimes a problem that we make some changes and sometimes it's working. For example, if I change the name from main product to main product 2 and I go to the storefront, everything is perfect, everything is correct. And sometimes it happens that we make changes and they are not working somehow. This is because of a caching. Caching is a concept in Shopware 6 where it's possible to improve the performance, the loading times of a shop, because common operation like loading the products, calculating things in the background, they are cached or basically pre-stored, so the next visitor will get the pre-calculated version of your shop, of all your detail pages, listings and more. And yeah, like I said, this improves the performance, but there's one problem. For example, if you make changes and your shop is already pre-calculated, it might happen that the new changes won't get applied because the customers always get the pre-calculated version. And Shopware has some mechanism to solve this problem. For example, if you change the name, Shopware is intelligent enough to find the right cache and to clear it automatically. But there's a problem. Shops are of course complex and Shopware is sometimes a bit buggy, or maybe the code is not clean, for example, of other developers or other theme developers or plugin developers. And sometimes the cache won't get cleared. And to do it manually, you have to go to the settings. Then you have to go to the system here, to caches and indexes. And now we are on the important screen. We have two options here. We have just clear the caches. The cache is immediately cleared synchronously for all used adapters. And we have clear and warm up caches. We first click just on clear caches. Now we can see info, clear cache, and because the shop is small, we have just success message afterwards that everything is fine. And now if we refresh the page, we can maybe see a little bit that the loading times for the first request are a bit longer. So now it's loading, and if we reload again, it's fast again. But imagine, for example, that you have a store with, 10,000 products and many landing pages, sub-pages, categories. And if you, for example, clear the cache, every new visitor will always get an initial slow response, even the search engines, for example, Google, Microsoft, Bing, and etc. And that's why we have clear and warm up caches. So basically with this option, we can immediately clear the cache, but in the background, all the pages are pinged asynchronously. So for example, if a new customer comes into the store, he will get an immediate fast response for all the pages. So we just click on clear and warm up caches. Now you can see here it's a bit longer, cleared caches, no warming up hint, watch notifications. And if we see the notifications, we can see cache is cleared and the cache has warmed up. So we are fine. And now there should be a difference. If I reload the page, it's fast too. It's not slow like this one. I can show it again. Now it's a bit slow. So this was a topic about clear caches. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to do it manually. And there's like a joke. There are two hard things in IT. It's to clear caches and in general the caching topic, and to name things. And this is somehow true. I'm a software developer for years now, and those are the two most important and hard things. And Another problem is there are multiple caches, not only one. We have HTTP cache for browsers, proxy caches, system caches, file caches, database caches, and yeah, it's always the same problem. One small bonus, there are indexes too. Indexes are responsible to pre-calculate things in the database. For example, I don't know, the star ratings, or let's open it, the category breadcrumbs. The database in general is normalized. This means that all the data is basically unique and not duplicated in the database. But this leads sometimes to performance problems because of the database engine. And that's why it makes sense to pre-calculate things in the database to make them available fast in the front end, in the storefront, for example. And there are multiple things. We have, for example, the category tree, the indexers, landing page, zero ads, media indexers, and more. And normally, for example, you can just select, for example, what you want to update, or you maybe select just all by just removing everything. And now you can update the indices as well. And now you see one small info message, building indices, and you can of course watch the progress in the notifications as well. One more important thing regarding warm-up caches and update indices, they're only updated if you are logged into the administration, at least by default. But you can of course talk with the developer or agency to change the code a little bit, the configuration a little bit. So you can, for example, enable crons on your server. So all this operation like warm-up caches and indices are really done in the background without logging into the administration. All right, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, or maybe leave a like or a comment below, of course. And we see us in the next tutorial. Bye.